Good morning, guys. Rick here. Today is Thursday, February 23rd. Time is 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, here is what we got going on. Big push-up overnight, and it's still going. So, dollar still pushing down. And I am seeing a cluster here at 71, which right there on the 5 deviation line. Will put you at the 9 to 19 area. So, slight finagle last night. I lost my charts at some point, but I'm thinking it's not that big of a deal as I'm starting to get some prints now. So, still a lot of aggressive buyers in here. Dollar is starting to turn up, so I may try to take that short right there on the deviation line at 86. See if I can get in somewhere in that area. Still pushing aggressive sellers right there on the line. Okay, I'm gonna give this a shot. Short 10 contracts, 54.86. Look to pull half off at 76. Get this set up. And stop is going to be sitting at 96. Stop. Okay. CL right now is way up there. It's 126 ticks up at the moment. So the threshold is normally around 100 ticks. This is testing. It is getting right up here on the high from Tuesday. And it's going to test this area here. So I believe this is a high probability trade. Stochastics is overbought in the overbought area right now. That's still a lot of aggressive buyers in there though. So, but I'm seeing 1,000 prints here hitting the bid, 950. And back on this cluster, right here, 71.81. That's the 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, guys, I think we'll give this one a shot. We'll see what happens. All right, be back shortly. Okay, I'm going to move my stop to 90. One tick above all this stuff here. Still a lot of action going on. And this is really building a big level at this, right there on the deviation. Well, actually, look at all these 1,000 prints on both the bid and the offer side there. So I just want to tighten my stop on this one just in case. We still got some retail flushing that goes on up top there. So I still think this cluster is valid right here at 71, 81.91. Just 20. 90 is actually going to be the threshold at 19 ticks. So actually, let me move my stop up to 91 for a 5 tick stop, and we'll see if we can work this short here. All right, be back in just a minute. All right, I'm going to move my stop to 87. That is going to be a 1 tick stop. The dollar, it's fooling around in this area up and down, and CL is following suit on that one. So we're getting close to getting half off. We're at 5 ticks right now, but it's going to take a while. So today's inventory day. So I'm actually just kind of expecting some chop around this area. I mean, we're way up there, 120 ticks up. So right now it's just practicing risk management and trying to get this initial half off at this point. So, all right, we're trying to work it and see if it'll happen. All right, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, got half off here at 76. Stop is moving to break even. Stop. We're going to move to break even right now. And we'll we'll see how this all works out from this point. All right, be back in just a moment. Okay, guys, I went ahead and pulled another one off at 66 for 20 ticks, so 4 contracts short, 54.86. I see the dollar starting to push down again, so my thought is it's probably going to get up here, test the moving average again, just depending on what actually goes on. So you probably got about a, I don't know, 4 or 5 minute window in there somewhere. Just depending on what happens with it. So at this point, just scaling out properly, and I'm gonna see if I can hold 3 ticks going into inventory. I'm gonna leave my stop fairly close to break even, just to give it enough wiggle room in the initial fluctuation. Inventory is at 11 o'clock today, and you'll see a lot of whipsawing around, but if we can get it to a comfortable area, and I'll see if I can just go ahead and hold on to those 3 ticks at that point. Maybe I may continue to scale out, just running the inventories with 1. That's if we don't bounce back up, but everything's showing a reversal at this point, with this big green bar on the dollar here. So starting to push back down again. It may come back to test 7 deviation again. If that's the case, chances are we'll come and test the 1.5 deviation again as well. But I like the position that I'm in right now. Excuse me. And we'll see if we can continue to work this short. All right, be back shortly. All right. I'm still sitting in 4 contracts short, 54.86. Dollar is really pushing its way down. What I'm thinking is, because this is inventories, this should just turn into chop, and hopefully I should stay in the trade. So I believe this is a channel that's going to be setting up probably, I'll say from 78 to 62, possibly. And everybody's just kind of waiting, jockeying for position right now. But I think we're in a good area with this fill off the 1.5 deviation line. So really still depends on what the dollar's going to continue to, if it's going to keep on pushing down probably to the 1 deviation line or so. Then at that case, I think we're definitely going to see some type of a mini reversal. But we have a pin bar, a long wick doji-like candle right here, which is good as far as that flush up back over here. So a lot of prints sitting at the 54.84 range. So I marked it as a level for the future in case we come back to this area somewhere. At this moment, it's just sitting, watching, and waiting, and seeing what's going to happen. So dollar still being overbought and starting to turn down here. So I'm going to go check tanker trackers here in just a bit and get the analysis on the barges and kind of get a gauge as far as the sentiment of where, well, not sentiment, but the ideal of where this may want to go in inventories if I'm still in this trade. So with inventories, things make 0 sense when it comes to the charts, but if we can get a nice push down, it could possibly push on back down here to the moving average again, where it started at overnight. Let's see here, 3:30. It's just before the London session, so 54.04 would be an ideal area to end up with 1 contract still on, and 53.86 is right here off of this low, this overnight low. So I think we're in a good position, so we'll see what happens at this point. All right, be back shortly. Okay, I went ahead and pulled one more off at 56 for 30 ticks, and that leaves me 3 contracts short at 54.86. So this is the ideal area that I kind of wanted to be in at this moment. So at this point, just going to watch. I don't think I'm going to adjust my stop off of break even, maybe by a few ticks, maybe. Let me see here. This is 78, 70. Let's see. Yeah, that's kind of pushing it. There is a line there, though. If this was any other day, I would go ahead and adjust it. But I want to leave some wiggle room for inventories this morning, so I will bring it. I'm going to bring it down one tick behind all this orders right here. And that'll lock in my commissions, if anything. So, all right, guys. Let me get that adjusted. There we go. Okay, back to watching. Be back shortly. Okay, we're just kind of putting along as projected. So this is looking like a channel that's gonna probably continue for the next hour or so. So I'm gonna step away from my computer. Here's what I got set up. I'm looking to pull one more off at 46. That will lock in 40 ticks, and then I am going to let the last two contracts run and see, they may actually pop up. So REIT and tanker trackers and the oil inventories report, just kind of gauging people's fundamental analysis on it. So it's kind of 50-50 still. OPEC cutting stuff, but predictions of crude going back down to $40, prediction of it going up to $70, so who knows. Anyway, I'll just use the footprint and continue to day trade it, but hopefully I'll be able to stay in this trade going into inventories, and if a surplus comes back, it should, theoretically should, bring it on down. How far, who knows, but just kind of knowing how CL works, it should come on back down at least to this ICE volume line, this green line, which lines up to the 200 average right now, but chances are the 50 period moving average will be lined up right off the ICE zone. So 5404 is looking like a projected target to possibly get on out of it. Well, at least pull one of them off, and then I like to always get that last one a runner, see if we can hit 100 ticks. So, all right, guys, I'll be back in about 45 minutes. Yeah, about 45 minutes or so, unless something else happens. So I'll be close by. I'm not leaving my house or anything. I'll be close by, so I may check in periodically. But I'm gonna go eat breakfast right now. All right, be back shortly. Okay, guys, I am back, and we're still about 9 minutes out from inventories. Dollar's doing a big push down, so this is not looking good. This is possibly going to be a breakout on the upside. Oh, let me see. Yeah, I can't gauge that one from this channel right now. A lot of aggressive orders have built up, hitting the bid. But you got a few here on the offer as well. That's a big one. It's average. So, all right. All we can do is just sit and wait and see what actually happens. So at this point, all right, guys, I'm gonna sit back and just watch. All right, be back shortly. All right, guys, 5 seconds out. Here we are, 3 contracts short, 54.86. And that's kind of what I thought was going to happen. So maybe we'll get a whipsaw downwards. Maybe. And maybe not. All right, I'm out. So, yeah, looking at the dollar, that kind of gave that one away at that moment there. So, ain't much I can really say on that one there. So, it's just kind of what was to be expected. So, now, it'll hurt if it gets up here, test, and then push on down. So, I don't know what inventories came back as, but dollar was kind of a clue with that drop about 10 minutes beforehand. that was going to happen. So, all right. Anyway, pulled 30 ticks out of the market today. So, short of profit goal, but that's okay. Still a profit in the black. And we live to trade another day. So, all right, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. And I don't think I'm going to be trading tomorrow. I got some things I have to do in the morning during that time. So, I'm not quite sure, but pretty sure I'm not going to be trading. But I just wanted to wrap this day on up in a positive. So we'll see. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you. If not tomorrow, we'll see you Monday. All right, bye.